By the end of this video, you're going to know 11 ways to recognize a covert narcissist so you can see them coming. Let's dive right in. Tamie, I'm Joyce here, Empowerment Life Coach, creator of the Freedom Class and the Ascension Class. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please take a second to say hello and introduce yourself in the comment section below. And if you're back, thanks for showing up and for tuning in. Either way, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos throughout the week. So let's talk about 11 ways to recognize a covert narcissist. Number 1. Every time you see them, you are literally held hostage to their long-winded story about all the ways they have most recently been hurt, harmed, abandoned, betrayed, let down, and you guessed it, victimized. The family, the relationship, the work environment, the friend that they absolutely refuse to cut ties or contact with continue to serve their never-ending victim story. And they continue to put their hand up for and volunteer for more. Why? Because they are so deeply identified with being a victim. It's literally their favorite source of narcissistic supply. Oh, woe is me. Can't you see how hard I've had it? Can't you see how hard done by I am? Can't you see how badly I've been treated? How badly I am being treated? While doing absolutely zero, nothing, nada, to affect real or lasting change in their life. Why? Because they like it. They like it a lot. Number 2, they work double time to convince you and everyone else just how good, kind, generous, and altruistic they are. For example, posting regularly about all their good deeds and philanthropic endeavors and all the good things that they've done for this one and that one and everyone else, including feeding the hungry and the homeless. Now, here's the thing about this. Healthy people don't need to do this. They can actually do a good thing and leave it at that without feeling compelled to broadcast it across the interwebs or every time they open their mouth looking for applause and accolades, right? A covert narcissist, however, cannot help themselves. They literally need the hit or fix of narcissistic supply that the applause gives them. Number 3, you'll notice that they are never, ever to blame or responsible for any of their misfortune, in spite of the fact that it's crystal clear that they're actually the authors of their own misery, so-called bad luck, and ongoing misfortune. Number 4, conversations with them tend to be circular and frustrating in nature, leaving you feeling completely drained, depleted, and confused, like mind-bending, crazy-making conversations, right? And in addition, you'll walk away from these mind-bending, crazy-making conversations somehow being to blame, feeling shamed, and made responsible for just how let down and hard done by they are, no matter how appallingly they've behaved. Number 5, they are hypersensitive, and I mean hypersensitive to any perceived criticism. And any perceived criticism will result in your having accidentally or otherwise inflicted narcissistic injury and thus inciting narcissistic rage. Now, with a covert narcissist, you'll know that this is going on because you'll find yourself dealing with a very passive-aggressive sulk who is seething with bitterness and resentment. Now, comment below and let me know whether or not you've had any of these experiences, and is this helping you to determine who and what it is that you've been dealing with all this time? Because these folks can be very tricky to spot if we're not real sure what it is that we are looking for and what it is that we are dealing with. And in addition, if you'd like to learn more about the possibility of working with me in one of my coaching programs, you can check out the links in the description below to apply to see if you qualify for a free one-on-one consultation with either myself or a member of my team. Number 6, 3 words: entitled, childish, ingrate. Number 7, they are highly concerned with the opinions of others to the point of paranoia. They care much more about appearances than they do reality. In other words, they're obsessively concerned with what others think and might be saying about them. So much so that they'll actually try to manipulate and control you with fear, guilt, and shame by telling you all the things that they've heard about you, even if it's all bullshit. And they're just making it all up, right? It's a way of trying to control you, manipulate you. It's hilarious if you're anything like me. If you're anything like me and you're not actually obsessively concerned and all wrapped up in the opinions of others, in other words, couldn't give a flying bleep, mate, and good luck with your sorry self. When that is your state of being, that state of being is an entirely foreign concept to a covert narcissist and really messes with their head. They don't know what to do with that. It just does not compute. Number 8, they project all their own shameful behavior onto you and others. If they've cheated, they claim to have been cheated on. If they abandoned their children abandoned them. If they're a bully, they claim to have been bullied. If they lie, then you're a liar. If they're a convicted felon, then you're a thief. If they're a pedophile or are married to one and are thus invested in protecting one, you guessed it. And on and on and on it goes. Number 9, they are green with envy and carry a lot of jealousy, and they'll project that jealousy onto you and others. For example, they'll assume that you must have the same envious spirit that they do, and they'll speak to you and about you as if that's a fact. Baffling, laughable even, but true. Number 10, they carry a lot of rage. Right under that meek, demure, timid, shy, reserved, gentle, insecure, self-effacing facade is a rageaholic. And that rageaholic can be triggered in a nanosecond. Now, assuming you're safe, it's actually kind of fascinating to observe. And last but not least, number 11, they are masters of the dupe. These master manipulators are highly adept at convincing everyone what good, kind, decent, upstanding human beings they are, when in fact, the opposite is true. In other words, they may have a lot of people fooled, perhaps even everyone except you. And if you find yourself in this situation, please remember what Gandhi was famous for saying, and I quote, "Even if you are in a minority of one, the truth is still the truth," right? So stand in your truth, own it. You'll be just fine, I promise. And with that, I'm going to call it a wrap. My friends, I hope you got some value out of this today. If you liked what you heard, be sure to drop a like and a comment and let me know what your biggest takeaway was. And again, if you're new to my channel, a great big huge welcome. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos throughout the week. And if you would like to learn more about the possibility of working with me in one of my coaching programs, there are links in the description below where you can check out all the details details, as well as apply to see if you qualify for a free one-on-one consultation with either myself or a member of my team. And as always, I will leave you with this. Know your value and unlock your freedom. See you in the next video. Bye for now.